There is no, it's like speaking Spanish to an English speaking person.
Improper personas or jurors or heritage of the land.
Ma'am, I said state your name. I didn't.
I will state for this X-rail.
Ma'am, listen, let me say this to you.
This trade name.
If I didn't think someone had jurisdiction over me, I promise you, I would not even get out of my bed. I don't really care what you believe.
Judge Bryant absolutely destroys this rude sovereign citizen in court. By the end of the hearing, the defendant is speaking softly, holding back tears, and completely stunned. This one is incredibly satisfying to watch. Honestly, this might be one of the top 3 sovereign citizen courtroom moments I've ever seen. Judge Bryant doesn't hold back. She completely loses patience, and the way she shuts down the nonsense is just unreal. It's wild to watch someone walk into court thinking they can play games with the legal system and get absolutely wrecked for it. Let me know your thoughts on this hearing in the comments. This is one you don't want to miss. Let's dive in and watch the chaos unfold as Judge Bryant puts this sovereign citizen in their place.
Okay, this is case number 07. No, strike that. I apologize. That's not case number. This is case number 174612601. The people of the state of Michigan versus Bonita Ayana Sealy. The defendant is charged with 1 count of assault or assault and battery. And today is the date set for an arraignment on a bench warrant. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Christina Ritter on behalf of the people, P number 8350505.
All right, ma'am, please unmute yourself. State your name for the record, please.
Islam. I, self-law, am master. Improper personas or jurors or heritage of the land.
Ma'am, I said state your name. I didn't.
I will state for this X-rail. This
ma'am, listen, let me say this to you.
This trade name. No, this trade name.
If you did not come to court, if you didn't come to court to participate in court, please don't come back to my courtroom. So I've muted you, so therefore we can't even hear what you're saying. So let me be clear. If you have not come to court, because let me just be clear. Okay, well, you have a great day. Have a great day. If I didn't think someone had jurisdiction over me, I promise you, I would not even get out of my bed. I promise you. Let me say this. If a person did not have jurisdiction over me, if I believed that a person, that an entity did not have jurisdiction over me, I promise you, I would not get up out of my bed. I would not take a time off of work. I would not stop anything that I was doing for that day to come to court to say these things. Number one, you know it's going to get you nowhere. There is no, it's like speaking Spanish to an English speaking person.
If you enjoy content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. Now, let's jump back into the video.
Miss Sealy, from the bottom of your heart, that I nor this court has any jurisdiction over you, ma'am, don't come. You don't come. Because there's nothing, there is absolutely nothing. There is nothing that I can do for you. If you are not interested in proceeding in a manner that we can understand you, if you're going to simply read off some stuff to me, it's equivalent to me going over to England. Since apparently you all don't believe that you're citizens. I don't really care what you believe. It is equivalent to me going over to England, getting arrested, and then telling them they don't have jurisdiction over me. If they let me go home, I promise you, if I didn't think they had jurisdiction over me, I'm not showing up. So okay. So we can try this one more time. If you want to state your name for the record so that we can have the name for the record, then you can state your name for the record. If you're going to say all of that other stuff to me that I don't have jurisdiction, then I'm gonna subside, and I'm gonna go ahead and move on to another case. I am going to remove you from the courtroom because this is going to get us nowhere. Nowhere. Now, by the time you've said all of this, by the time you've done all of this, this is a 2017 case. We probably would be finished with the case by now. Probably would be. Probably would be. Of course, I'm not going to give legal advice. I'm not going to say what she should do and how she should respond. Probably would be finished with this case by now. Okay, ma'am, please state your name for the record.
Wow, Judge Bryant is officially my new favorite judge. Don't get me wrong, Judge Oakley, Judge Middleton, and a few others are legends in their own right. But Judge Bryant, she just took the crown with this one. The way she took control of the courtroom was something you rarely see these days. It feels like so many of these sovereign citizens think they can walk in, ramble nonsense like it's a TED talk, and somehow outsmart the system. And honestly, too many judges just sit back and let it happen. I don't know if it's fear of backlash or something else, but it gets frustrating to watch. Judge Bryant, though, she wasn't having any of it. No hesitation, no sugarcoating, just straight-up authority. I have so much respect for how she handled this hearing. She shut it down completely, and it was so satisfying to watch. I genuinely don't understand why more judges don't take this kind of stand. If they did, maybe we'd see fewer of these delusional people showing up with YouTube legal advice and a laminated "I'm a free man" card, thinking they've cracked the code. If courtrooms had Yelp reviews, Judge Bryant's getting 5 stars. From me, no question. Let me know what you think in the comments. Seriously, why don't more judges handle things like this?
Bonita Ayana Davis Seeley.
Thank you, Miss Seeley. Today is the date set for an arraignment on a bench warrant. How are we proceeding?
Innocent.
The court is going to enter a not guilty plea on behalf of Miss Seeley. I will set this matter for a pretrial conference. This is a child abuse 4th degree case. Strike that. Again, I keep looking down at your client, looking up at your client's case. This is an assault or assault and battery case. The court is going to set the matter for a pretrial conference. The complaining witness is required to appear. Failure of the complaining witness to appear will most likely result in the matter being dismissed. Probably could have already been dismissed. I don't know if you have contact with the complaining witness or not, Miss Ritter. However, the complaining witness is required to appear at the pretrial conference. Today is December the 6th. The court is going to set the matter for January the 6th. At 8:35. I'm sorry, 8:25. That denotes the arraignment portion. 8:25. As I indicated, the complaining witness is required to appear. Failure of the complaining witness to appear will most likely result in the matter being dismissed unless the people have a valid explanation for the failure to appear. Bond will continue with no contact with the complaining witness. Anything further?
Nothing from the people, Judge. Thank you.
Anything further, Ms. Seeley?
Well, I would like to say something, but I see that I'm gonna just keep my peace. I'll see you guys on the 6th of January.
All right, then you have a great day and stay safe.
You too.
Thank you.
This sovereign citizen is the perfect example of someone who clearly missed out on some basic life lessons growing up. I mean, seriously, you can just tell. She looks like she's probably in her mid-50s, which honestly blows my mind. By that age, you'd think she'd have a grasp on how the real world works. But nope, here she is, acting like a 12-year-old trying to wiggle out of trouble using some script she found online. Maybe she had super relaxed parents, or maybe there was no real authority figure in her life. Whatever the case, it's obvious. She never learned how to respect authority or understand even the most basic legal principles. She genuinely thought this sovereign citizen nonsense would work, and at 50 years old, no less. What's even crazier is that she probably found some random Facebook post, maybe something her grandson shared, and thought she was about to outsmart the entire legal system. And then came the reality check. Judge Bryant shut her down so hard, and you could see it in her face. She knew. She knew exactly what she was doing and knew it was wrong. You can't just cherry-pick laws based on what some meme told you. The legal system doesn't run on Facebook advice or conspiracy theories. Sovereign citizens have been trying this nonsense for decades, and not a single one has ever come out on top in court. Not once, which honestly just makes it even more ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. Let me know what you think. Was Judge Bryant too harsh? I already know a few people are going to sound off in the comments about that. Personally, I don't think she was at all. But I'd love to hear your take. Thanks so much for watching.